Alright guys, what's going on? We've got the first war of Season 26 here, and today 4Loki is going to be facing NewN. At this point, it's kind of a tradition that we face NewN in one of our first, or Kenobi or someone like that in our first war. We never get a very easy start, and we're always a little bit rusty at the beginning of the season. Not that it matters, we generally lose to these guys anyway. But let's go ahead and take a look at their map here. Okay, so Path 1 in Section 1, Mole Man. I've seen that before. It makes sense. People tend to block his Special 1 a lot. It can be kind of hard to get openings with him. Daredevil Hell's Kitchen on Path 5 makes sense, on Heavy Hitter there. But Omega or Apocalypse can just completely shut that down. Apocalypse on Power Snack. That's usually a magic fight, not too difficult from what I've heard, but I definitely would not want to take it. Thing and Hulkbuster, Path 5 in Section 2, makes sense. Havoc on Footloose, he's just there to try to deter someone from quaking that fight. Hitmonkey on Rage. I think that would be a pretty easy Omega fight. Or I'm sorry, not Rage, Buffet. Let's see here. Iceman on Rage. That's something we've seen before as well. I don't really get it though. And looks like a rank 3 Unawakened Mojo boss, which will just be torched. So let's go ahead and join here. And I'm going to be bringing in Omega, Sabretooth, and Doom. And I'm going to be starting off on Path 5 in Section 1. So, this is going to be Heavy Hitter and Ebb and Flow Knockdown. So this guy's here because he shrugs parries, so a lot of people try to get their ins by, like, you know, baiting out heavy attacks. You can't do that here, so here I'm just trying to build up some spores. Got kind of a weird intercept there. I wasn't going for one. I was just trying to block hit him to build up spores. I just want to get 10 on him. So we're up to, well, we were up to 20 spores, trying to stay kind of close to him. Lock in the degen again. This fight is going to be over. His protection came back up, so I'm going to need to knock him down another time. Knock him down once more here, and the fight's over. Super easy. Even if that was a rank 3 6-star, I don't think it would be super difficult there with Omega. And then I'm going to be on Path 4 in Section 2. This isn't a path that I take very often, but I am pretty comfortable with it. So this is going to be Modok on Spry, and the node where if you get 3 debuffs, you go unblockable, or the opponent or the defender goes unblockable. So I'm just going to try to hit him as little as possible, lock in my degen when I can. There we go, bait out a Special 1. I'm just hitting him once. I don't want him to, like, sometimes when he auto blocks you, he'll just immediately go into a heavy attack. I didn't want to deal with that. You can see it was like 13 or 14 hits, about 30 seconds and the fight's over. Not a big deal at all for Omega. And then this is going to be a rank 3 Silver Surfer. He is just here because he places armor breaks on you, so it kind of forces you to bring someone who's armor break immune. So you could bring Doom here, you could bring Thing, anyone like that, but Doom is obviously a little bit easier. So yeah, I remove suicides for this fight, and all I'm going to do is just kind of heavy him. I am pretty boosted for my next fight. So you can see here that we are armor break immune, so without suicides we're going to have 0 debuffs on us for this entire fight. I was trying to push him above 2 bars of power to get to my Special 3. He's not really going for it though. And I do have a little bit of Mystic Dispersion on, just left over from defensive placement. But I don't have a ton of points unlocked. Okay, got him above his 2 bars of power. Gonna go ahead and throw our Special 3 here. And I was a little bit worried about doing the full Doom cycle. With Mystic Dispersion, sometimes it can kind of mess you up. So we're going to go medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium, special 1. That's going to push us up to a special 2. I am not going to throw my special 2 because I found out last time I took this fight that Surfer is not incinerate immune, but if you do incinerate him, it gives him extra burst damage, which we don't want if you get hit. So this special 3 is probably going to finish the fight here. And it does. So yeah, super easy and straightforward. As long as you have Doom, this fight is just kind of a nothing fight. And then my last fight of the war here is going to be this rank 3 6-star man thing. Ironically, this was my last fight of last season. Same alliance, same exact defender. So I know this person has 5 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion on. So you're going to see, normally I go for intercepts just if they feel right in this fight. And it's not going to feel right at any point in this fight. So this is going to be a longer fight. I do have an invulnerability boost on, but every time he throws a special attack, I'm going to get a pustule on me, which counts as a buff. And as soon as it expires, he's going to get a bunch of power, as you can see there. So that's kind of the Mystic Dispersion is the reason that I'm not able to get a reliable intercept off, because he just gains so much power. So I'm not worried about pushing him to a special 3. The only thing I'm worried about here is keeping my spores on him. His special 3 isn't going to do anything. Like there's no like lasting damage over time that's going to affect Omega Red in any way. Omega is poison immune, so take that special 3. Not a huge deal. Normally at this point I would throw my special 3, but my goal here is to keep my spores on him, and your special 3 does remove your spores. I know I've still got a ways to go in this fight. Man-Thing has a lot of health. So you can see there he just shot up to a special 2. I can take 2 more special 3s if I need to. Couldn't dex out of that special 2, which is fine. This fight's almost over. You can see though, even with like my boosts on and everything, that was still almost a 2-minute fight, so kind of long. But not a big deal at all. And I think that even without the invulnerability boost, I think Omega could tank a couple of special 3s from that guy. So yeah, that was actually my last fight of the war. Gonna go ahead and exit the screen here. I only had 4 fights, which isn't a big deal to me. My only goal this season is to do my fights well, regardless of how many of them I have. So yeah, great job to everyone in my battle group. We finished with only 1 death, and the 1 death was kind of like just like a little mishap that, you know, probably will never happen again. We did end up losing this war. We died 8 times, they died 4 times. New Nation, I mean, 4 deaths even for them is like super high. It's probably because they knew that they had this one pretty early. We died a bit in the beginning, but either way, great job to both sides. Hopefully, you know, if and when, I say if, it's when we match them again this season, hopefully we can perform better and give them a little bit more of a run for their money. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.